Jim Gaffigan, The Skinny. This is, again, to your being prolific. You've got another special. They have been stunningly successful. You've won countless awards. I think you have every award one can have. I think it's too many, and you should give me some. But The Skinny, you're addressing weight loss. You're addressing people's obsession and weird feelings about weight loss and food, which is sort of a huge topic right now.
Yeah, I think it's really peculiar how people are secretive about taking an appetite suppressant. Like, or maybe they aren't secretive. I mean, but there's people that walk around with their hair dyed a different color, and we all know that, but nobody would think it was that weird.
You've talked about how there is kind of a shaming of people that have a food issue. Yeah. And then somehow there are other areas where we have a completely different, like drinking can be seen as very cool.
Romantic.
It's romantic, and the ad.
I can't put the bottle down.
Yeah. Sounds much cooler than I can't put the cream pie.
I love donuts.
I want a donut.
Yeah. I think that's what this drug, I mean, this is not humorous, but like, I think that's what this drug proves, is that like some people, it's might not be psychological. It's a chemical thing, because it's fixed by chemical, that they have a chemical compulsion. I mean, I come from a family that is like big eaters, like and that's a good sound effect, right? But I think
like the way you did that looks like it would be Cookie Monster, where most of it doesn't go in. The cookies are just are just bouncing off the.
That's why you're so hungry. You're not getting much in the mouth.
Such waste, that Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster never actually tasted a cookie.
Yeah,
he just carried off the felt backstop of his mouth.
It's like he wasn't even really eating it. It's sad.
But there is a cultural part of it too, which is, you talk about it from a Midwestern point of view. I've seen the Boston Irish side of it, which is, it is the way in my family that we showed love. Was eating, because it wasn't hugging and saying I love you. And I love my parents, love my family. It was just cultural. It wasn't about that. We didn't drink. It was a dry house. And so no one could talk about sex in a million years. I still don't understand how it works. Yeah. And then what do you have? You have, we're gonna cook a giant meal and I'll eat it together, which is, we're gonna eat tons of ham and potato and all the butter in the world. And that is gonna be how we show our affection and love for each other, and have a communal moment.
Celebrate, or, lick your wounds by overeating. Yeah. Like my brother and I was like, I could throw up. That's what, like when you've eaten so much, you're like, I could throw up. I feel great. You know what I mean? It's just
we did it.
We did it.
You talk about, obviously, how the drug has changed your life.
Yeah.
But
I also think it's temporary, meaning we're eventually going to find out that it makes people grow tails or something like that, right? So I view this weight loss as completely, I don't think I'm going to be, not that I'm even super thin, but I imagine it's an ongoing battle, my weight. Right.
I mean, but it's also, over the years, it was such a part of your comedy too.
Yeah, it was just
so funny talking about it and talking about your obsession with food.
Yeah, the love affair with food. And now it's alcohol. No. But there is something, but the skinny, there is about the appetite suppressant, but I use the title The Skinny because that's, you do this, you write the stand-up, and then kind of the theme, you see the theme when you look at the material, and some of the special is about parenting teenagers. Like, I had no idea how difficult it was going to be to parent teenagers, because and I say that with empathy and also exhaustion and part of I don't want to do it anymore, is because it's so difficult.
Yeah.
And I think adult humans, we have a built-in forgetter of the anxiety and the stress of being a teenager because it's painful for them. So when they're going through it and you're this parent, it's not an easy road, even for the best kids.
Yeah.
And so that's some of so I complain about my kids, but I do that in every special too. But it's a different type of complaining.
But then you get to pay then you can say my bitching about you paid for your tuition, paid for this roof.
And since they're teenagers, I know they'll never watch the special, so it doesn't matter.
They're not your demo.
Yes.
Well, Jim Gaffigan, The Skinny, is now available to stream on Hulu. And Jim, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for lending your comedic genius to my show for over a 30-year period. And then continuing to come back and do the podcast. I love talking to you.
Thanks.
And I'm kind of in awe of just you're so talented and so funny. And when you're around, I'm in a good mood.
Oh, well, thank you.
So you can't leave.
That's very nice.
Yeah, I can tell I'm really getting to you when your mouth gets very small. You went, thank you.
I don't know what to do.
I'm not comfortable with the compliments.
Well, then you like
Very
this part.
weird.
You're a real shitty guy, Jim.
Yeah, that's more like it. I don't like the compliments. What are we in group therapy? Hey.
You got an ugly mug, see?
Yeah, that's more like it. That feels better.